Did you know that the horse is the totem animal for power? And when you reflect on power, what are all the different energies you have around it? Grace, balanced, soft, strength, sensitive, listens, and wisdom. They spring to my mind as I reflect on power that is life-serving. Whereas doubting and dominant and force spring to mind reflecting on power that does not serve life well. As a power animal, horse is primarily a message carrier and often supports people to traverse gateways in their lives. They're connected with the power and responsibility that comes from exercising authority and the wisdom necessary to utilize it in a balanced way. On an emotional level, horse is connected with the beauty of the need for compassionate understanding. The third chakra is the personal power chakra. And when fear base is triggered in the human nervous system, the energy can oscillate into a militant archetype. The sympathetic system, fight to survive, which may show up as it's all about me, ego, dominant, or self-righteous, and control force energy. Or it can oscillate into the subservient archetype, and that's the sympathetic system, flee for survival. And that may show up as the outer environment influencing the inner environment by being a slave to reality, serves others to a fault, a loss of authenticity, low sense of value, living in shame and energy loss. The immobilization state can be activated when both the militant and the subservient archetypes simultaneously flood the nervous system. It's like having the gas and the brakes of your vehicle held down to the floor at the same time. Balanced third chakra energy, it rests in the warrior archetype, the ventral vagal branch, our social engagement system. And this can show up as the power to be in full choice, knowing self, assertive, truth, integrity, inner freedom, and holding space for the good of all. Let me share a little story with you. Several years ago, as I stepped into an active session with horse at a Coaching with Horses program, I was invited to face the horses in the arena, to bring my awareness to my breath and take 3 deep breaths in through my nose and exhale out through my mouth. And then I was asked, as you bring your awareness to the moment and your eyes gaze upon your horses, open your senses. Where are you in your body? What sensations do you notice? What do you hear? What do you smell? Or what are you noticing on your skin or hair? And I was asked, keeping your eyes on your horse as you stay in this present moment, what do you most want to step into at this time in your life? I responded that I want to step into the arena fully present with myself. Would you be willing to allow this arena and these horses to guide you to your desire? I was asked. And I said yes. What authentic voice would support you in this process? She inquired. And listening to my core, I acknowledged with confidence, I trust myself now. I trust myself now, she reflected back. So take a breath as you embody the energy of your authentic voice. Are you ready to honor yourself and your horses at this time? I nodded agreement. Keeping your eyes on your horses, repeat these statements out loud as you extend your heart's energy out to your horses. May you have good health. May you share your wisdom. May you receive love, honor, and respect. And may I have good health. May I receive your wisdom. And may I experience love, honor, and respect. Now take another 3 deep breaths and imagine that these beautiful horses in this arena is the energy that you desire. As you pause momentarily, what would you most like your horses to teach you today? Well, I responded thoughtfully. I would like them to teach me how to remain fully present with the different parts of myself. She asked with curiosity, well, what might that look like with the horses? And which horse represents the different archetypes of the power chakra? Well, the 3 horses represent the parts of myself, the archetypes of power. Diva represents the militant, Moon represents the subservient, and Core represents the warrior. I slowed and scanned the area. I will move 1 horse to stand by the fence in the middle shadowy space. What might that give you? Oh, it will mean I am centered. I'm centered and balanced, I replied with a smile. I stepped into the arena. I picked up an energy stick and with mindful intention moved out to the right to approach the 3 horses that grazed on the far side of the arena. Mindfully, I took deep belly breaths and I whispered out loud my authentic voice. I trust myself now. I trust myself now. And I visualized trust energy flowing freely throughout my being as I opened to receive a felt sense of each horse. My belly felt open and soft with Moon, who stood in the middle of the 3 horses. Spontaneously, I set a new intention to rescue little me, represented by Moon, for him to experience a cellular shift of energy, transforming subservient me to empowered to be me in my core. As I deliberately placed my 3rd chakra energy behind Moon's left shoulder, my right hand lifted the energy stick, while my left hand opened the door to invite him forward. Core stood calm and grazing. And flicking the energy stick with a little more energy, I clicked my tongue, and as moved slowly out to the left, Diva's energy suddenly got bigger. She quickly pivoted to the left and trotted down the arena, with Moon trailing behind her. I noticed her militant energy didn't connect me from Moon, or Moon from me. I noticed his ears moving back and forth, listening to Diva and then back to me, back and forth, and then more back listening to me. I felt a strong alignment energetically with him, my subservient self, as I, from my compassionate observer self, combined utilizing driving and dancing steps, connecting with him, moving down and around one end of the arena. He stopped near the chosen central spot, and I moved closer and pushed gently on his left eye energetically. But he stood still. Checking in with my core, I felt curious. I heard my coach ask from outside the arena, what would you like to have happen? I would like him to move closer to the shadowed space by the fence. What might you do differently to invite the movement you'd like, she asked. Observing his position, I chose to move around him to his right side, and with my eyes focused intentionally on his hindquarters, I leaned my torso over in a forward stance, and he disengaged his hindquarters to face me. Energetically, I invited him forward, and he followed me. My belly opened up soft with utter delight and euphoria. And then he stopped while he licked and chewed his mouth. Breathing into my sensations while my coach processed my experience with me, Moon moved his head to my solar plexus and then stepped forward until I was positioned at his left shoulder, which symbolized to me protection of my vulnerability from being seen by others in the program. Invited by my coach to drop into my body, I noticed my lips trembled and my throat was tight. As I caressed Moon's neck and withers, he moved to stand closer to me and raised his head, blocking my coach's view of me too. In that moment, the gift I received from Moon was acknowledgement that little me had really good reasons for choosing to be subservient, so don't make her wrong. She survived. Immediately, then Moon bumped me gently with his head, and tears of gratitude sprang up behind my eyes. And I acknowledged needs met for protection, understanding, safety, and trust. And there's a reason I experienced what I did. So I would have lots of compassion for others' trauma, and I could get it on a cellular level remaining present and in relationship with others on their healing journeys. Oh, I looked over to the two other horses grazing and recognized in that moment that I'm all three: militant, subservient, and warrior. How vital it is not to make any of them wrong, but rather to welcome, soothe, and accept each of them home. Moon turned his big head around and he looked deep into my eyes and he nodded his head and walked out to join the others to go back to grazing. I watched him in awe as a sense of completion washed over me. Deeply moved, I walked across the arena to thank each horse individually and acknowledge the tremendous gifts I received. I moved from left to right, first Diva, then Moon, and about 5 feet away as I approached the right side of Cora, I suddenly felt his energy bubble and witnessed my right arm as it jerked back momentarily, and I stumbled. It was as if I had run into something and tripped. What was that all about? I asked myself with surprise and wonder. Checking inside, I noticed I felt absolutely no fear, only profound respect and awe. Acknowledgement of pure warrior energy. As I reflected on this experience later, I recognized how Cora represented my cellular shift, stepping from subservient energy into who I am now, at peace with my power, calm, strong, confident, clear, the veil of confusion dispelled. When I walked away from acknowledging and thanking Cora that day, I could see brighter, clearer. I had more awareness of all of my senses. I saw the auras around the treetops. I heard insect noises. My sense of smell, sound, touch, and temperature were heightened. Oh, rather than being run by old critical mental thought loops that kept me small and experiencing emotions that powered over me, I now know that as I mindfully live in my body, I am empowered to be and live in alignment with my personal power in full choice. I know myself anew. I am here. I am home. I am back. So now, fast forwarding to now, the equine facilitated growth and healing model that underpins my work is an evolving collaboration with Ingrid Gumby of Potent Coaching in New Zealand. This unique blend of relational neuroscience, somatic-based practice, and nonviolent communication is underpinned by an absolute commitment to honoring all horses as sentient beings and equal partners. Horses have an amazing power to heal and to teach. They offer unconditional relationships. They experience a wide range of feelings, and they provide immediate, honest, observable feedback in response to our interactions with them. We can have conversations with horses. So let me ask you, do you resonate with the principle that we cannot heal one species at the expense of another? Do you believe every voice matters in the world, and that both horses and humans need to give consent and be in choice in the process? Then let me invite you to click the button below and schedule a free 30-minute conversation with me for your next steps to be empowered by your values and to live in alignment with your personal power in full choice.